I've never been very good at throwing things away. In this particular case, it's a car charger. It has a micro USB cable and it works perfectly well. This one is a 12 volt car charger and it's 12 volts only and does not do 24 volts. So it's not going to be much use in the bus, but this little stretchy bit of power cable will be perfect for the lights on the lift up bench. So cut those off, throw them away, and now I have a handy piece of stretchy cable. That's going to be used to hook up these lights which are left over from Christmas. I've stuffed some fairy lights into my holes. I'm running the cabling along the channels I dug out with the router, and then they're going to terminate over here, and I'll attach that to my stretchy cable, which can join this, which is my lift up door, to the fixed cabinet. First I need to put some heat shrink over the cables so that I can slide it back over the soldered joint later and shrink it in place, checking of course they work. Solder the connections together. I'm going to just slide the heat shrink back over it. That's the connection soldered in place. So these fairy lights hidden in here, cabling running through. I'm ready to cover these over. Now I want them to look black from the inside, so I'm just going to use some of this wrapping paper and literally cover it over before covering the whole thing with, I've actually decided on a self-adhesive vinyl that I'm going to cover the whole thing with, so that if I need to I can simply take it off, but it'll just well, hide it. So another little secret only you and I will know. Bit of black wrapping paper, PVA glue. Now we have a black backing for my lights. I can't turn them on because they're not hooked up, so you'll have to trust me that they look good. When I buy tools, I'm very keen to get more than one use out of them. In this case, these wire strippers also serve well as a jig, much like this knife here, for holding wire in position while I glue it down. And the scissors, and some screws, and some bits of wood. Together they make my fancy wire holding jig. This glue's now set, it's only PVA. So these are just pieces of black wrapping paper to form a black background for my fairy lights. Now I don't want to see this, so I'm going to cover it in a vinyl, and just for a change I'm going with a matte black. So let's see how I do that. This is self-adhesive, so it's really just a case of laying it out and pressing it down, I guess. Okay, doesn't look too bad. It's a bit of a crease where that groove is. Probably could have done that better. Maybe if I did it again I would use something more rigid than a vinyl, but at the end of the day it's not often going to be open anyway. In fact, normally it'll look like this. So there's the lights. You can't really see the black background, but then that was exactly the intention. Some tucked deep into that hole there. There's still a little bit of gold flake in some of the holes that don't go all the way through. But that's the plan right there. Then when you lift it up, it's black underneath. I've actually gone to all this trouble to make these lights replaceable. So whilst they kind of look like they're set into the epoxy as you know is only maybe half an inch thick. And so there's actually a cavity in behind there, and the lights are simply sitting in there, so they can be removed and replaced should they blow, or I decide I want a different colour or just don't like them at all. And they're not stuck there forever like they would be if they were in the epoxy. So the lights look good. And then when I lift it up, here's my little bit of stretchy cable. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, press all the buttons, like and subscribe and that little bell thingy bob. Press all of them, and hopefully that means we'll see you again soon. Take care. Mā te rā.